I'd ask yourself how long that potluck has been in this chest, and if you feel lucky. Potluck in a shell. Heals 50 HP, cures KO. A dish made over a campfire, lovely in the night air. Hi everyone, I'm Cendril 9. Welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Not as good as the reviving balm, but it does cure KO, and it's a food item, so we can learn to make it. Good enough. We're on the 5th floor of Ismailis Tower. There's a way up. Now we're gonna see if we can't find the way to go. That doesn't count as a... I hate it when I think it's going to, but it doesn't. So we're just gonna run. Okay, this looks promising. I honestly don't know what I did. I probably took some different entrance. I was just really wandering around for a while. Look, and decided to take a different staircase, and guess that, or I think is a different staircase, and you find a way up. Hooray! Ismailis Tower, roof. Wow, it's bright out here. Looks like we finally made it to the rooftop. Would you look at the beautiful scenery? Now this is something else. Looks like we'll be able to get a better shot than I had originally anticipated. And that's the thing I was telling you about earlier. I wonder what that's supposed to be exactly. It's like a giant Orban-operated cauldron, if you ask me. According to my sources, some sort of ancient device, though nobody seems to know what exactly it's used for. Hey Joshua, did you know something like this was up here? Joshua? It's no use hiding. I think it would be wise to come out where we can see you. Huh? Please don't hurt me. I'll come out already. I'm coming out right now. Who's this guy? Wow, good catch, Joshua. Now his senses are pretty keen. Some of you right before we did, huh? What a surprise that was. Nice find, Joshua. And you are... I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll give you every last mirror I have. Please, spare my life. Look here, buddy. Please don't mistake us for robbers or something weird. You do recognize this emblem, don't you? Wait, isn't that the Bracer Guilds? So, you're trying to tell me you're bracers? In the flesh. I'm Estelle. This is Joshua. We're here as reporters from the Liberal News. We're having these two provide our escort so we can get coverage on the tower. Oh, I'm relieved to hear that. Please don't ever scare me like that again. The fact that you came up here like that made me suspicious of you all. Look who's talking. You seem like quite the suspicious fellow yourself. Yeah, you haven't introduced yourself or anything. Am I telling us who you are exactly? I apologize for my belated introduction. My name is Alba. I'm an archaeologist. I came to investigate the tower in order to further my research of ancient civilizations. Yeah, I'm surprised you made it here in one piece. Somewhat. But actually, I've grown accustomed to investigating ruins like these. What do you mean, somewhat? You see, I've got a lot of confidence in my ability to flee from monsters if need be. Although this time I found myself in a bit of a pickle. You are one crazy scholar, if you ask me. However, being an archaeologist would mean you're familiar with this tower's origins, right? Well, more than the average person, anyway. Since I've only just begun my investigation, there are still lots of things I don't know myself. That's fine. Was there anything you could tell us, interesting you could tell us about this place? Always the reporter. Good job. It'd be used for an article. Let's see. Has anyone ever heard of the Septerians before? I think Father Divine maybe said something about that before. You mean the 7 treasures endowed with power and bestowed upon the ancients by Aedeus, right? That's exactly what I'm referring to. It seems the ancients ruled the earth, seas, and skies using the powers of these treasures. It also has been written that they were even able to unlock the secrets of time and life. Approximately 1200 years ago, when this ancient civilization was destroyed by a mysterious calamity, these Septerians were also lost. That's the legend also recorded in the scriptures of the Septim Church. What does that have to do with this tower? A part of the legend states that one of the Septerians slumbers somewhere within Libya. Its name? The Arole? Word certainly has a strange ring to it. The legend is true. I figured I might be able to find some clues here at the tower, since it's one of the oldest ruins in all of Liberal. So I came out to investigate. It is a very inspiring story. It is, isn't it? You can feel my passion for things of antiquity, right? This is splendid. I'm overjoyed that there's someone else who understands the way I feel. So, did you find any of those clues you were looking for? I'm still working on that part. But if I could figure out how this device works, I might be onto something. I think it's an interesting story, but as it stands, it's a speculative one. What you told me, sorry to say, it wouldn't fly as an article. I see. It's extremely disappointing to hear. I'm surprised myself. Contrary to my expectations, you are serious about the articles you write. As reporters should be. They should take pride in their articles, not use it just as a, whatever. Because I can't write articles based on uncertain news sources. Exactly right. Well, this guy is a reporter. We may run the occasional gossip column, but it's the policy of the liberal news to verify our information. That's the way it should be. It's okay to have your editorial columns, where you give out your opinions and things like that. But when it comes to news needs to be factual. That aside, let's get what we came here for, shall we? Several panorama shots of the Roland region. Everything else, I'll leave up to your aesthetic touch. Get out there and give me some good pictures. And she's excited. Picture time. And as for you, Mr. Archaeologist, how about heading back to town with us when we're done here? These 2 kids may look like a couple of brats, but they do a pretty fine job as escorts. Something about the way you said that makes me feel like it wasn't a compliment. It's alright to have me along. That's more I could ask for. Alright, how about we take a break until Dorothy finishes getting her shots? Alright, seems like the archaeologist is coming with us. As he studies the machine thingy, taking pictures. Wow, the view is great from here. This side I can see all of Roland. Scenery this good, if someone turned this place into a tourist spot, they'd probably make a boatload of mirror. Yeah, probably right about that. What's wrong? You look a little pale. I can't hide anything from you, can I? After we stepped onto the roof, I just started feeling a little woozy. You gonna be okay? Yeah, I think I'll be alright once I get a bit of fresh air. Why don't you make the best of this opportunity? Have a look around yourself. But broadening one's knowledge during a time like this is all part of being a bracer. You come across anything of interest, then you can tell me about it later, alright? Sometimes you can be such a smooth talker, you know that? Alright, I'll have a look around. But you start feeling any worse, you let me know, okay? Sure. Oh, we're going to mess something up, aren't we? Just have a feeling. It's a step. Place is wonderful. I'm even starting to wonder if the number of photo quartz is going to be enough. Photo quartz, is that like, you know, film? Scenery sure is great like you say. By the way, what's a photo quartz? Ultra-thin crystal circuit fabricated from septum. It's set up so you can take a photograph by burning it with light. That's just what I expect from a camera woman. Someone who knows the tools of the trade. Yeah, what's the deal with Joshua? Well, he says he's getting some fresh air. A raven-haired young man standing silently in the flowing breeze. He doesn't seem to be a fan of that stuff. I think he'd probably turn you down. Yeah, probably. How's the reporter doing? Oh man, taste of a cigarette is wonderful. First, I wasn't in the mood to come to a story in a rural place like Roland, but sometimes these type of places aren't so bad. If you want to be rude like that, then maybe you shouldn't have come at all. No can do. This was a direct order from the editor-in-chief to teach that blockhead girl a thing or two. Otherwise, I'd be all over the kingdom searching for the latest scoop right now. When you say scoop, don't you just mean gossip for your next article? Hey, Estelle. You know, don't go that far. From what we've learned of this guy, as aloof and mean as he can be, he's true to being a reporter. Not that I have anything against gossip, but reportage is predominantly greater. In that sense, the place that's piqued my interest is Boyce. Boyce region? Something happened there? A number of large burglaries have taken place one after another. Identity of the criminals is unknown. Seems as though the group has got a pair of wings. Wings? Oh, I see. An airship, right? What are they, sky bandits or something? That seems to be the most logical conclusion. Also the possibility they could be an imitative deception by the Erebonian Empire. What? That's impossible. We're supposed to have a peace treaty with them. Sure, but the Empire incurred some heavy losses during the war 10 years ago. They can't do much now that every other nation on the continent has their eye on them, but could be a way to get back at us. That said, nobody really knows for sure, which is why our job as reporters is to bring these things to light. And you. Oh, hi there. Estelle, was it? Is your partner feeling alright? Yeah, he said he just wants to get a bit of fresh air. I see. There's certainly a nice breeze up here, isn't there? I wanted to say, however, that I'm impressed that the both of you are bracers at such a young age. If I remember correctly, one must be at least 16 years of age to qualify to become a bracer, right? You sure know your stuff. That's right, I'm exactly 16. How nice it is to be young. There are limitless possibilities at that age. If I were about 10 years younger, I'd solve the mystery of these ancient ruins across the entire continent with these very hands. The entire continent, huh? That's a pretty tall order. Which means you're not from Liberal, right? No, I was born in the north. Just for the record, I'm not from Ebonia. You don't have to worry about that. But though I hate war with the passion, that hate it isn't directed at the people of the Empire. You lost someone dear to you? Yeah, my mother. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories. It's okay. Happened more than 10 years ago. Since then, it's been a new addition to the family. Oh, do you mean that boy over there? Yeah, he's like a little brother. Although he's probably trying to act more like an older brother. And he needs to. I wonder why I'm telling you all of this. Usually this isn't the kind of thing a person tells others. It's perfectly fine. Aren't good relations such a wonderful thing? Guess I'll go around. Good, I can't mess with that. Alright, talk to everybody. You still feeling sick, Joshua? No, I'm much better. Should be good to head back when everyone's ready. I'm relieved to hear that.
What brought this all on anyway? I doubt it was a lack of oxygen in the tower, because the rest of us are alright. Maybe it was a sudden fear of heights?
I don't think so. Oh, ready to go?
Finished taking pictures?
Bet I am, and I got a lot of good ones too. Looks like we're done here. How about we head back to town? Alright, Greenhorns, lead the way. I'm counting on you, children. Oh good, it takes us back to town. Thank you so much for escorting me back here. First time I've been able to make it back from some ruins without being chased or bitten or... I don't know how to begin to express my appreciation. You don't need to thank us. Our duty is bracers.
I think you'd be better off hiring some bracers to begin with next time you go off to investigate some ruins.
My head says yes, but my wallet says no. I'll try and save up a bit though. Well, have a wonderful day, and I hope we can all meet again. Bye! It's about time we said goodbye as well. A bit nervous at first. You kids did a fine job. Let me just say thank you to the both of you.
That's what I'd like to call raw skill.
Now don't get all cocky on me. Bracers I know would make you two look like little fledglings, not ready to leave the nest. You're gonna need to work harder.
I'll try to remember that.
Two of you headed back to the company soon? Nah, we're gonna spend a day or so relaxing here and rolling. I need to write up a rough draft for some articles and such. Head over to the Orbor factory, get these photographs developed. Bye! Okay, well, job's done. Job's done.
I guess this is the last of the jobs we got from Dad. Much tougher than I thought they'd be.
I agree with you there. Feel like I have a greater awareness now about what it means to be a bracer. It's not just about fighting for justice.
There you go again, saying all the right things. But yeah, guess I get where you're coming from.
Seems like we got a long road ahead of us if we want to succeed in this profession. Time being, why don't we report to the guild?
Still not feeling well?
Thanks for asking. I'm feeling a lot better. Alright. Alright, that does it for this part. I wonder what's left in our, Oh, hey! Sherazade.
Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Shara, what are you doing here?
That's a rare occasion. You're usually out and about.
I just finished the jobs I took over for your father. I was reporting to the guild.
Sorry if that isn't the same voice for Sherazade. Didn't expect to see her. Don't remember what voice I used.
You finished your load too, huh?
Somehow or another, I guess.
I heard from Ina you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. Guess everything I went through to train you two amounted to something. We're grateful too. Well, I guess we'll report in as well then.
Report about escorting the reporters. 2000 Mira, 4 BP. Junior Bracer Ace class.
Good work, you two. How about you, Sherazade? Don't you think they've done a fine job? For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job. You shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours. Okay, I get it already. Able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. Wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now.
Probably not.
I don't know. I can imagine that the downtime might be a bit of a drag.
Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads, exterminating monsters.
It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. Alright, time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink anymore tonight. Estelle, Joshua, you two join me as well. We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself? Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? You got a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor. What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and try to strip in public.
Wow, she gets really drunk. Agreed. It's pretty embarrassing. Is that one reason you're called the Silver Streak?
Probably not, but that's funny. Scheherazade, just where do you think you're gonna take these underage kids? Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle. Really? Yep.
Oh boy.
Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence. Why me? Shara? Now, hold on a minute. Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll help break you in. Break me in? Alright, you big pervert. Joshua, why are you drooling like that? It's not what you think.
We've got a major problem. Ah. Ruining the moment, guy. Alright, what's up?
Huh? Mayor Klaus?
Estelle, Joshua, Scheherazade, my glad to see you.
Saved by the bell.
What's wrong, sir? And why are you in such a hurry? Yeah, you were definitely saved out of that situation, Joshua. This is terrible. My home, disaster. It's gone. Somebody stole the, Lyrum shard thing, right?
What? Alright, calm down, Mayor Klaus. Take a deep breath, let it out.
Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out.
What?
That's not being calm at all, Estelle. I had something to speak about with the Father Divine about. So I was over at the chapel, and when I came home it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door. So I looked around and the rooms were in a state of great disarray.
Wait, what about your wife and Lita?
Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room.
That's a relief to hear. It's lucky that no harm came to anyone. Won't get us anywhere just sitting around. You take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus?
Absolutely. I appreciate your cooperation.
Wait for me, I'm going too.
Good idea. We may be able to be of some help.
Well, if you insist. Ina will be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway. I'll do that. And everyone, please be careful. Wow, this place is an absolute mess. Crooks really tore through here.
And it's gone.
Look at the safe!
The septum, which was did I say septum? Septum, which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty, the Queen, has been stolen. I'm really sorry, especially after having you go to all the trouble to bring it here. Lyrium, I'm talking Dragon Age. It's not you who should be apologizing. It's the crooks who are in the wrong. By the way, how are the other rooms in the house? Other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. Which means they know what they were going for. They're about as messy as the attic room in which my wife and Lita were locked up in.
Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do. Which is... I'll speak with the mayor about the incident. I want you two to check the inside of the house. You mean like an on-site investigation? Are you sure we're up to the task? Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the ground, no? Alright, we'll see what we can do. Be prudent and accurate. Alright, Mayor Klaus, how about we talk in the parlor?
Sure, now where to begin? Alright, on-site investigation.
An on-site investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach.
How about we start from this room? Let's not forget to ask for witnesses' statements from the other residents.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see. Where's our handy-dandy bracer notebook? Begin an on-site investigation. Let's search the place top to bottom,
Question everyone. Oh, so we really do an investigation? I think that's awesome. It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult books like this. Looks like he's got some valuable antique books stored here as well. Criminals either had no idea about the value of the books, or they weren't interested. They knew what they were here for. Just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well. Box lock looks like it was burned off. Criminals may have used an orbital gun. Is that how they got into the safe? Sorry, I like crime mysteries and things like that. On occasion. This place is all torn apart. Lita would probably faint if she saw this. Looks like all the books on the shelf have been scattered about the room. Seems a kind of senselessness to have done all this, or to throw you off. Several documents inside the drawer don't appear to have been disturbed. They seem to be documents regarding Roland City's government. The fact that these are here suggests there was no political aim involved. Yeah, or you would have stole those. The gift that we delivered to the mayor for the queen is... Those crooks are not gonna get away with this! Doesn't look like they jimmied the door either. Must have decrypted the combination and opened it, or knew the combination. Could they really have cracked the combination? It's not impossible, but I imagine that it'd be difficult for anyone besides a skilled pro. My best guess is they figured out the combination using a much simpler means. What do you mean by simpler means? Well, let's see. Could have, for example, dusted the buttons with a special powder. Powder like that would have absorbed properties and, due to its fineness, be invisible to the naked eye. However, if a blue light were placed over it, it would glow. Alright, and? Now let's imagine for a minute that the mayor entered the combination with the powder present. Powder on the buttons would stick to his fingers and come off. This would be one way to know which buttons are pressed. Now wait a minute, wouldn't they still not know the order in which the buttons were pressed? Not exactly the case. As the powder collected on the fingers increased, the amount taken from the buttons would decrease. In other words, the crooks could press the buttons in order starting from the least luminescent. Might be a little more difficult if there were duplicate numbers, but the crooks should be able to make a pretty good guess as to what they are. That makes sense. Josh, are you a genius or something? That's just basic knowledge. Anyway, let's check out the buttons. Just as I thought, powder was used. No doubt in my mind that this safe was opened using the same method I just explained. Oh right. Now the big question is, who dusted the buttons with that powder? We know it would have to be at least someone who visited the residence. Right, now figuring out who that is, that's gonna be the tricky part. Indeed. And per usual, Joshua shows he is a really smart person. Hello. Huh? What's this? Survey a sleeve. Don't you think it's a bit strange for a leaf to be in a place like this? On top of that, it's not a type that grows around here. You're sharp, Estelle. This is the place where the residents were locked up. It was probably dropped by one of the criminals as they were locking everyone up. So this is a key piece of material evidence, right? Yeah, it is. This is really cool. I hope this is not a one-off in this game. I like searching around for clues and trying to put together who the criminal is through smarts and investigation, and this is neat. And we want to search thoroughly, and we want to talk to the other people. I had such a scare. I was cleaning up the attic when suddenly a bunch of masked men came barging in. Masked men, huh? Means this wasn't a one-man job. How many people were in the group? I'd probably guess about 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me. One of them was short. have even been a girl. One of them was short, huh? Okay. Is all of this? Yes, it is being written down. Recent visitor, at least 3 or 4 culprits, one was short. Found a peculiar leaf in the attic. Hello. You alright, ma'am? Yes, I'm fine. The intruders weren't violent toward us. Is there anything you noticed in particular about the intruders? They were wearing masks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you about any specific features. Reminds me, I'm certain the front door was locked. I locked the door just to be safe since my husband had gone to the chapel, and there were just the 2 of us here. Wonder how in the world they got in.
Now that's a great question.
It's been tipped over, but there's nothing inside. Looks like it was only tipped over after being hit by something with force.
I wanted to test the window.
Maybe if I go outside. No?
Wait a minute.
Look, there's some marks on this railing.
You're right. Fresh too. Looks like something metal dug into the wood. Grappling hook? Would be my guess. And since that pot's tipped over, they got in through the window?
They said the door was locked at the time of the burglary, right? Doesn't look like the lock's been broken either.
Which means they got in another way. Yep, going with the grappling hook theory.
Anything in here?
Doesn't look like it. It looks like the crooks came in through the front door. Let's check somewhere else. Maybe now if I go back, maybe they'll have a theory.
Something metal and strong enough to leave marks, huh?
Seems like something worth jotting down in our bracer notebooks. Okay. And check this again. By something with force. I would say the window. Discovered fresh marks on the balcony railing. Front door wasn't tampered with. Okay, I think we've done a good job so far. Let's talk to Scheherazade. Does it look like we could do anything else here?
Had the mayor run me through all the details. How about you two? Did you find anything?
I could look around a bit longer.
Running short on time.
Can I talk to the mayor?
This is what things looked like when I came home. I didn't get a glimpse of the criminals either.
Okay. Like I said, since it's not going to let me go outside, let's say, yep, we found lots of new evidence.
Alright then, let's check the details one by one and see what you've come up with. First off, what were the criminals after?
They were after the septum in the safe.
How many of them were there?
Group of 2, a guy and a girl. There was a group of 3 or 4.
Where did they get into the house from?
Through the roof into the attic. Oh yeah, that's where the leaf was. But that's not how they got in. From the terrace on the 2nd floor.
Point blank. What is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime?
Citizens coming and going through the day, relatives of Mayor Klaus, somebody who works at the Mulga mine. We would probably say a traveler who visited recently would probably be the best bet. They would have to know that the septum was in the safe. and not disturb anything else. I'd say a traveler who visited recently.
Wow, you did a good job investigating. Looks like we're able to specify who the criminals are with this information. Mayor Klaus, over the past 2 or 3 days, have you had any new faces in your study?
When you put it that way, I guess there's been a number of people. Reporter from the magazine company was one.
Oh, so those 2 came to visit you too, huh?
But at the time of the crime, they were with us at the Ismailis Tower. Right, they couldn't have done it. I think we can cross them off the list of suspects.
I see. So, Mayor Klaus, were there any others?
Other than that, there was only Josette. Let's not kid ourselves here.
I think it'd be a bit of a stretch for her to be our thief.
I don't know about that. She knew the septum was in there. She's obviously very bright. I'd hate to think it was her, but right now, she's really the only suspect we got.
After all, she's a student at the Royal Academy. Criminals aren't always dressed so they can be easily spotted. As for a school uniform, someone put their mind to it they could create a replica. But I'm telling you, she was a really nice girl. She was modest, curious. Right, Joshua?
I'm sorry to say this, but I completely disagree.
Huh?
During that time, when the mayor put the septum into the safe, that girl's eyes lit up like a hunter's, eyeing her prey. Of course, since I had no conclusive evidence, I couldn't call her out on it. But at least to me, she didn't look like any ordinary student. Then I'm with Joshua on this one. Like I said, she's the prime suspect we have right now.
You must be joking.
Unbelievable.
At any rate, looks like we're gonna have to ask this girl a few questions. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you? If I remember right, she should be staying at the hotel. She said something about taking off from Merlin sometime today.
Looks like we're gonna have to hurry then.
Estelle, Joshua, let's try the hotel first. Right!
Understood. Oh, hello! That's what I was hoping for. Scheherazade. The Silver Streak. Scheherazade Harvey. Level 12. Of course, she has more experience than Joshua and Estelle. 440 HP, 160 EP. I don't know if she'll be a permanent party member, but she'll be useful while she's here. More strength, more defense, more everything. Her levels are giving her that. Sylvan Whip, Sadist Whip. that fits from what we know about her character so far. Viper, a light, easy to handle leather whip. She's wearing an armor vest, like our characters. And Spikes, a pair of shoes with pointy, non-skid soles, and no accessories. As for orbments, she comes with Evade 1. Again, I don't know if she's going to be permanent or if she's temporary, but I'll go over everything anyway, that way we know what she's got. Agility +1. Hit 1, Dex +5. Arts Defense +5, Shield 1, and Attack 1, Strength +5, Defense -5%. Sylvan Guard is known when you have 2 wind attached, like she does. Creates a temporary wind barrier. Agility +50%. Okay. Single person. Firebolt, single fire attack, and Airstrike, single wind attack. There we go. A quick look at Scheherazade. Next time, we are going to head to the hotel. There we go. And see if we can't catch our thief. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. Like I said, I hope this part of the game isn't a one-off. I like the whole investigation aspect and finding clues, that way you can put together the picture. And hopefully the reward gets better if you can put the picture together correctly and then go get the thief. I think that would be really cool. We'll see how it works out. Nevertheless, I really like the whole investigation, finding clues, piecing together the crime. And like I said, next time we'll go try to catch a thief. Until then, I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.